Hey guys, how you doing? We are back and we are going to get some tactics under our belt. Let us do this thing. The queen's potentially almost trapped because her only exit point is now blocked off by the knight. So if there would be a way to get all of our pieces involved and attack the queen on f2, that would be a wonderful idea. Or maybe set up for winning another piece or something like that. Via that, sometimes you can do that. Let's see if we play rook b f1, queen g3. Well, then we can go rook fg1. So I think we got the idea. Rook a f1. The queen has potentially two moves if it goes queen g3. We will play rook f g1. Queen will come back to f2, and then we will play knight d1 and we'll win the queen. Queen takes f7, only move king h2 or h8, and then rook takes, and that's me. Excuse me. Let me see here. Ooh, rook takes, king there, and then checkmate. There we go. One sec, let me get a drink of water and then we'll get started. Thank you for your patience on. I didn't mean to drink in your ear if I did. The queen is almost trapped potentially. Excuse me. Let me see here. If we play knight, which knight wants to take though? So you have to look at potential move combinations. There's also knight takes c6, queen takes c6, and then bishop takes b5, but I don't know if that's what we're taking scope on. Ooh, this is an interesting one. And we could play knight d5. That's really interesting. And if if queen b8, then we have knight takes c6. And then if queen d8, we have knight takes c6. I'm liking that. The first move that comes to my mind is bishop g4. Bishop g4. Because, yeah. Hey, how you doing, Bull? There is a slight kind of hiccup here. Okay. Yeah, because you know what, you always got to remember class is really important in schooling. So that's chess. You have to treat it as a class too, and you'll get a lot out of it. So, but it's good to see you guys all logging on. Let's see. It's f7 is attacked like 3 times. See, what I'm thinking he might play is if we play bishop g4, he'll play knight takes f7. That's kind of the idea that and then when we take the queen with our bishop, he'll take our queen with a discovered check. And so I'm thinking that our idea is good, though. In the end, we're going to be up a whole piece. So I really don't see any problem with actually bishop g4. I think I've okay. I didn't think he was going to do that. That's kind of a little too risky. So I think that was actually a losing move. It's just king h8, and he's basically lost here. Where is he gonna put his queen? He can't. If he takes h7, we just play king takes h7, and if bishop takes h7, we just take the queen. Yeah, so king h8 is the move. If we take the queen now, he'll take our queen. Then we take his bishop on f7 after that. And his knight is basically trapped at that point. Yeah, let's just grab the queen. Yeah, this was a longer combination, 28, only a 26% pass rate. See, what I was actually thinking he was going to do after this was here. I was just thinking he was going to play that. But you do, like what they say, have this here, and then the queen's got to go to g5 and queen d, and now that's under fire, and that's got to run, and so when he took there, we move, comes there, we take, knight takes, and then you have, I was wondering if knight takes is the move. I was wondering if bishop or knight takes. Okay, bishop takes is worse. Why give up our double bishops, right? Then when he comes back, we have two bishops, and we're also up another knight, so we're up a whole light squared bishop here. This is ours. So why give up a bishop when we just give him a knight for a knight, and then a bishop, and we have that's under fire. So sweet combination. We could potentially, there is the at first sight, knight d2 check is in an idea. At first glance. And then when he moves king c1, we pick up the bishop. But does he really have anything that's can he really do anything with that? I don't really see any drawbacks to that. I'm just looking here. Do we have anything that... No, I don't see anything wrong with this. And then we just grab that. Wow, at 1100? See, bishop b5. There's at first glance bishop b5, knight d5, or knight c6 blocking. Bishop takes c6, and basically b takes c6. But I'm wondering if we don't first grab the knight and then play the bishop move. Or do we equalize at that point? I'm liking bishop b5, and then potentially knight e7 might be the line that we're going to be looking at. Oops. So okay. That is interesting. So knight there, knight here. Yeah, if we take here, okay, that's the problem. So bishop takes, pawn takes, and then knight takes. Yeah, I kind of forgot that when he takes there, if we take back, he doesn't have to take. If you take before, oh, I gotcha. Oh yeah, right here. This is a d takes e, and then yeah, he has actually this square there, and it's not a good move. We actually lose. He has a right there. Sorry, queen takes knight, so not gonna turn out very well for us in that line. You just always got to consider, does removing the guard end up helping, or does it end up hurting your position? And that way it hurt our position. Okie dokie. Much better. Okay. We have a check, but I don't know, does that really do anything for us? Yeah. Trying to make a plan based around our imbalance, which we have a lot more space. Our king is safer, so we know for sure that we're not going to have to worry about our king at this moment. So we can actually continue with our plan, but we have to figure out what plan we want to do. And as far as I'm seeing, that black has a back rank sitch because the pawn on b6 causes a lot of hecticness in his position. Which, if somehow we were able to remove a rook, the rook on d8, we could take g8 and win a pawn, a whole rook, and potentially be okay, I guess. We're trying to come up with a plan here, though. This is you have to look at your imbalances, and then you can make a plan based around it. So we have to, long term, I'd love to back rank mate our opponent, of course, but is there a way to set up for maybe a win of material? Well, we have to dive into that type of look. So, I am looking at potentially a queen c7, check, king a8, and then knight e7 idea is an interesting setup. Yeah, I'm just a little concerned after. I'm not scared, because you never should be scared. You should just be concerned about the position after rook g e8, because that then if you get scared you start reacting. You don't want to react. That's what we have to deal with right there. And I'm thinking that we can actually take his knight. With our rook. Maybe. Yeah, I'm going first right there. We have e7, rook g, e8. Knight c6. That's truly a good move. Yeah, that would. Yeah, I believe that is the. Yeah, nice job. Yeah, good work. Wow, 30% pass rate. Nice. See, that's the problem that we're overcoming. Uh, is we're not rushing. Okay, we have a kind of Morphe's mate set up here. You have to check here. If you go, then you'd want to go back to after this. Rook g3 check is an idea, so that if knight. Oh, wait a second. We do have rook f7. Check. Rook f7 check. So rook f7 check is an interesting move. I think we'd get perpetual if we did that. Are we good? Is there a win here, though? Because if we try g3, he'll intercept with the queen and just give up his queen. So we don't really have g6, sorry. So if we actually tried rook g3, he can actually play queen f6, give the queen back, and after we take with check and knight takes, he's still up a whole piece. So even with his mistake there, he's still okay. That's why I'm wondering if rook f7, rook f7 check, king g8, Rook takes f3, and it would be a draw at that point. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, that was a 14%, so we weren't the only ones. That's a tricky one. And we've simplified down to a winning game. Drat, I can't believe that was like right there. I didn't see that. That's total chess blindness there. We have to be on lookout for simple moves. I over thought it. There we go. That one is right there. That was a curveball right there that we got thrown. It was like a we should have seen that. That's like, wow. We'll do this one, and then we'll do a Gadakomsky game of the London system. Hey. I'm thinking about Erie. What if we play bishop takes c5? That is an interesting move. Bishop takes c5, because maybe am I missing something? I think I might be. Hold on, let me see. Bishop takes c5. No, bishop takes c5. If queen takes, no, he could take with. No, if he takes with a queen, then we take his queen. So he'd take with a pawn, then we get a 4. That's right. Bishop takes c5, and if d takes c5, we have d6 fork. What do you think? What do you think about that move? That's interesting, huh? And if queen takes, we actually could take with the knight. Yeah. Ah, no. Let me see. What did we miss with that one? Then we'll do a Gadakovsky game. What did we miss here? Oh, he doesn't have. Oh, I got it. He doesn't have to actually take. Now we're pinned. Uh-oh. He doesn't have to take there. Yeah, pin. The pin that wins. Some reason though, I thought that, but I missed that we can actually grab that. That's the twist. Sorry, I couldn't think of a word there. That's the twister, or that's kind of wonky. Right there, that's a wonky move. Okay. Let's we'll do it right this time. And then we win the queen. Alright, let's do Gadakovsky. This is one of his London systems. It's against Sam Shankland, 2014. So, year 2014. It's an Indian. It's a type of the London system. It's the Indian game London system setup. This actually does come up in the London system. There's like 5 or 6 or 7 different openings. It's a system of how to handle with d4, the d4 pawn. e6, knight d2. They consider him, he has the nickname the godfather of the London system because of he plays the London system at high levels. At the higher levels, Gadakovsky does. And Nakamura did too, I understand, like the supers do every once in a while, but Gadakovsky brought it back into the light of day. He started playing it, and it got popular when he did it. And he has a flair to that they say it's like magical when he plays. It's like, I don't know how to say it, but it's just great, a great game. I'll leave it with that. When he plays the London system, it's great. Knight g5. So everything's setting up. And then this is the move that they normally play is g3. Because if you trade off, then you would be able to have a rook on the open file. If trades like this, oops, not that. You take here, and then you have a bishop hammer attack, and then you have knight, knight here, knight there, the knight moves, and you have your bishop and rook battery, and it's all over. So he castles, setting up for the bishop and potential rook battery. Queen e7, knight e5. Here we go. Now if you take here, and you take here, he comes back. And at this point, you could actually fortify your position with f4. I've seen this being played before. And then they have that, there, and you have to be careful now with this type of a setup. Excuse me, you can actually go for an attack here if need be. And come down. Or just come back over here so that when, if he takes, now you have in route potentially there too. I've seen a lot of attacking routes. Knight knight takes. Oh, this is the one that this was an incredible one here. This actually leads to, this is from Grandmaster Simon Williams, one of his tapes. This is so amazing of an attack here. I was like impressed galore. See that they nowadays play queen takes. This is the old main line. This leads to a big time problem with here, d takes. They usually retreat back, you come there. Now you can do a Greek sacrifice or a Greek gift. Comes in, king there. Now you have G, and then you can come in here with an attack, and if that gets played, you take there, you take, and then you can actually come back and grab that. Queen C4, G5. Now you're threatening mate. So Rook FD. This is a that was not the proper move. First of all, you always grab there because you need to free this up. This pawn needs to be free so that you can take here later on once you come here after here, there, up here. Usually this pawn's blocking, but if this pawn's gone off the board, then when the king's here you can take with your queen, and then you just start mowing everything down, and then you can take there, and it's just a fun game. I remember this from one of Simon Williams' tapes on. He did a London system tape on Bishop F4. I did some of it. I'm gonna probably try to continue and finish the whole entire tape. I did about half of it, and I remember this game because it was such a beautiful setup. Check. He played here. Now what you gotta do is remember they're gonna try to come over and save the game via right there. So what you do is you can actually come up and check, which this is kind of a slightly dubious setup. Simon talked about this move here, which seals up the whole entire house, and it makes it so that if he takes, you have a rook on d4. So if takes here, now he's got a problem. And you're sorry, not there. Let me see. There's a mate here, I know, because I remember seeing. Let me see. I'm thinking there's a mate here. Or did I not do it right? So okay, yeah, now we got it. Okay, so the e4 here does work, and this covers here. Queen takes. Now we're threatening, and he's even willing to give up a. This was the mistake. This was the losing move right here. Rook d1 takes. Queen check. There. Takes. And I'm thinking that it would eventually lead to a mate right there. And that was a pretty stellar game by Gata. Trying to see, do we not worry about the bishop, and we could potentially in this idea play king takes, or king h2, rook takes c1, not c1, rook c1, and then queen takes c a8 check. And then bishop takes. Kind of puzzled after that. I'm looking to see, do we... If we take, the queen gets involved. And then she could actually reroute back home. See, if we actually play rook takes d1, queen takes d1, check, king h2, and then I'm thinking rook c8, and he holds everything together at that point. So everything's in unison at that point. Yeah, I'm thinking king h2. I'm still kind of puzzled on that move for sure. I was looking at king here, and when he takes, we take king g, and then we have oh, but he's got queen d to hold there. Look, f3 is pretty strong as well. Okay. It's basically a draw at this point. It says that it was a win, so that was probably resignation at this point here. Those are just computer lines. G6, Rook D1, and King F2. Yep. Can't take the pawn because he'll get in behind the pawn. King F3. King D. If he goes King D3, Rook D3 check, I can go King E4. Actually, King E4 would be a blunder because I didn't get in behind the pawn. Yeah, I'm thinking King H3 is the only forced move. King H3 check. We take. Yeah, I think you're right on that. See if we queen, he checks. King G5, King E7, King H, King F7, King King H7, Rook G1, and he stops it. I think we turn it into a queen. Oh, we don't? Huh. Maybe we go up. G3? Oh, a knight. I knew I forgot something there. So, oops, that loses. And you could actually hold. Okay. Yeah. 6% pass rate. We got to do this thing. Draw. It was a draw. we have a we could potentially check. So rook takes e3 check, king g2, rook e2 check, king f3, and then rook c2. Keep everything with check and then get what we want. Knight f8 is an interesting move. Knight f8. Bishop takes, queen takes. I'll be right back. I'll pull up this here. Hold on. Actually, I'll pull up a unrated one, and I'll allow you guys to go over that. take a look to see what we got here. How are we doing on our time? Perfect. D7's an interesting move. Yeah, I like D7. There we go. Let's get back in, right back on this thing. Queen H3, Queen F1, Queen takes H2, King takes H2, and then pawn takes double check. Yeah. There we go. Whoa, we got points taken away. Well, wasn't that the right move? Wow. Okay, so E3, Queen C2. Yeah. let's see, bishop takes, pawn takes, pawn push, and then mate. Ah, so close. Check on e6. Rook f6. Check. King there, and then we have check, and there, check. Let's see if we check here. No, we have to check with the queen. Let's see if we check up there, he runs here. If we check here, he runs there. Then when he comes down, we mate. Or when it comes down, we win the queen. We can do that too. That'd work too. Queen winning. Let's see. Check. King takes. Check. Over. Up. Check. And we got him. One more and we'll do another Gata Kamsky game. It should be 5. Well, the knight then can intercept with the bishop, so we don't really want to. What the bishop intercepts. No, we don't want that. could try bishop e3. Queen a5, b4. Yeah, bishop e3 makes practical sense with when you're attacking the queen. Or, so it's a pawn move. Drat. So I was thinking of I'd be on the lookout for that. I was thinking that the bishop move would be good here. Let's see. a5. Queen d8. Okay, so it's free to roam again. Alright. At least we know now, so we'll do the other Gadakovsky game. This is a 17 move game, so we'll go over each one and analyze it. d4, d5, knight f3, c6, bishop f4. This is the queen pawn, or the London system. e3, bishop g4, and the idea is to pin the knight, so we just play c. Now we're trying to see where the pawns are pointing when the center's closed. That's where you want to be attacking, so we're attacking on the queen. And in this line, if queen takes here, and takes, and then takes, now wherever our pawns are pointing, we're wanting to attack on. So we're gonna want to basically play like bishop e2, maybe b4, b5, or maybe knight d2 and rook b, and get the pawns rolling that way. Now we're threatening here. Knight bd7, bd2, and then we're going to castle. Alright, whoa. Okay, so this is the line that they were talking about. So there. I'm thinking that knight comes in here is an idea. Yeah. Yeah, I was right. Let's try to remember there was a line like that. Now he's attacking there, attacking there. Oh, that was a slight mistake there. Probably that is what he was playing. Then up. Now we Ribon the knight. Now if he takes here, now our rooks are really active, and it's pretty devastating on that. I like that game. That game was really good. Alright. Let's Let's take this by storm, my friends. At first glance, I noticed that the rook is hanging on c1. So rook c1. So if we play rook takes c1, he'll play rook f1. We can actually take the pawn after that on b. Yeah, I'll just say give it to you. If we go g here, he's got knight h, knight h5. But if we go h8, I'm gonna go h8 on that. Now we can actually come up here and we're good. And then rook h1 or h6 or h8. Sorry, rook h8 holds. Takes. So we check. Do we take? Oh boy, 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 boy. This is pretty wild here. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab that. Let's grab it. And if he checks, we go back to g1 and we should be, or g8, we should be okay. Yeah. G7 check. King takes G7. And if knight e6, check, king takes h7, and it's a draw. So we can't do that. I'm now looking at knight g, knight f7 check, king g, king g7, h8 equals h8 equals queen, rook takes h8, knight takes h8, king takes h8, king h6, king g8, g7, and then king f7. And then we push onward and win. I think we turn into a rook, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Otherwise, it's a draw, because it would be stalemate. Nice. Yeah, if you guys have any games you'd like to go over, we can go over a game too. Phew. Oh, excuse me. Allergies, I think, or dust, either one. Thinking, ooh, yeah, we pick up a bishop in this line. Hey, how you doing? Are we, hey Fox, are we gonna win a piece in this line? With Queen C6, check. Uh, King F8, and then Queen takes A6. Do we win a Do we win a piece like that? I'm thinking we may. Yeah, let's go for it. 800? Whoa. That's an 800 level puzzle. Oh, okay. We'll have to go back over that. Yeah. We'll have to. It was an level 800. I was wondering why it was so easy. I don't know why they throw those 800s, because that's like. I'm so glad we didn't get that one wrong. You know what? It tells you right there. Think simple. Simplistic is, as they say, I guess, the mother of invention, right? I'm thinking a little bit of brutality is involved in this one. F2. Knight takes F2 is kind of a pretty big attack there, but the problem is it's too slow, because after knight takes F2, he's got rook takes E7 check, and then he picks up one. He picks up a piece in that line, and ooh, we're in deep trouble there. Um, I'm thinking that knight h2 check, f king g1, knight f3 check, king f1, knight takes e2 e1. And the other ways we win too, if he goes to e2, we take with the king and we win. Do we want to go for a check? Do we want to go, let's see if we do, you have to figure this, rook h8, check, rook h6, rook takes h6, bishop takes h6, and then knight takes e1. Yeah, I like rook. Like rook 8. This one was this one you had to see because it looks tempting. It looks really tempting to grab the rook, but you don't have anything after that. So here, here. If you grab this, you lose all your threats. This here is really cool because rook h you take, bishop takes, knight takes, and now you're attacking here and there, and you're up a whole entire rook and potential rook. Oops. So knight takes. That I missed. That went too fast there. Knight f5. Now you're threatening mate. And now you get to grab another piece. And then bishop f, oops, not there, bishop f6. Or is it, or what's that? Rook g2? Yeah, because then we can actually double up here and start ganging up on that pawn. So what are you thinking about, Fox, on this? Chase rotates at queen d4. But we have to remember he has a blocking move. I looked at that too. He's got this move here. e5. So the e5 move is the thing that really causes us to have a problem. Oh. Wow. Nice use of a pin. Nice. Nice job. Sorry about that, guys. I think there's like a dust or something here that's kind of slightly bugging my eyes. Ooh, that is interesting, isn't it? That's interesting. I like that. Yeah, that's... Wow. Oh. Ah, too soon there. Oh, yeah. Too go lucky there. Nice, though. This, here, and there. Wow, nice. That was a nice find, Fox. Sorry I went too fast on that one. Drat. I should have seen that they're going to defend. You have to look for their best defense, and I have to keep that in mind, that they're not just going to give it to you. They're going to make you work for it. It's kind of like, you know, you just gotta. They're going to make you work for it. Let's see here. Let me see here. Oh yeah, this is mate. We gotcha. Well, let me see. Is it mate? I gotta make sure here. Knight takes f7 check. Rook takes f7. Bishop takes f7. Queen f8. Queen e5. Check, and then queen to G7. So it's not, it has to be, we have the right idea. Wrong queen check. The proper queen check is actually, oops, F8 is right. Queen C3. Queen C3 check is the oops. Sorry, I forgot to hold shift and then have a oh, what in the world? Come on, let's try it one more time. I'm on shift. There we go. Great work, great work. Bishop F6 check. King G8. Queen takes F8 check. King takes F8. Rook A8 check. Rook D8. Rook takes D8. Queen takes D8. Bishop takes D8. Oops. Made the D too big. If he comes up to H6, we win a rook. So either way, we're What are you thinking about on this, Fox? Because this one's a little tougher here. There's a couple ideas, a couple checks that I see. There's Queen C3 check, or Queen C3 check, or Rook H1 check. So what are we looking at right now? But if we, that's one thing I was looking at though on this is queen c3 check, right? What if rook d2, rook h1 check, bishop f1, and is it queen e3, the queen e3 check that you're looking at? Is that kind of what you're taking a look at, the queen e3 line? We can't win the bishop, I don't think, because we could potentially try to throw in maybe queen. Maybe I just branched off too much. 23 check, rook d2, queen e3 check. Huh. Well, that's a walk in the park. If he goes f2, we got him. If he goes f2, we got him. He's ours. We go queen e3 check, and then king f1, and rook h1 is mate, I believe. Wham! We got him. I'm liking this. Woohoo! Yay! A 26-18. Yay! A 26-18. Hurrah! 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 See how we're doing. Do you got any games? I think we're probably gonna stop here. Do you have any games you'd like to go over? A game you'd like to go over before I log? I'll show you that while you're responding to that. We'll go over this formation. There's other checks here. This one doesn't play out because king king f2 at that point, and if we take, then he's got queen back. He's got bishop e2, and he's safe and ready to roll. So if we play check here, he comes up. This check right here it doesn't work either because of the bishop intercept, and there's nothing to be said after that. And he's ahead again in material. So that's why first we have to throw in this check here. If bishop intercepts or rook intercepts, it doesn't matter. That's a mate. So if he comes here, mate. If he comes here, mate. If he comes here, mate. So the only way to continue is here, check, bishop, and then checkmate. Foss, do you have any games you'd like to go over? I'll pop on. We'll watch kind of a game going on really quick. We'll see what they got here. Okay. See if they have any good rapids. Is it a brand new one? Ah, perfect. This is good. I'll wait till you respond. I'll give you one more minute, and if not, then I'm gonna log. But if you do, then we'll go over a game. Scott, he's picked up the rook. Nice. They just got a rook. Well, actually, no, they can't get a rook. Sorry, they got a knight. I mean, I said it the other way around. They got a knight. They checked with the queen and then got a knight. Nice combination. That was really nice. Excuse me. Oh, nice. He's going for winning of the queen, and potentially if the queen goes to f3 here. Okay, it's going there. Now you can throw this in. Yeah. Queen takes, and then takes here, and then you got mate. So if takes, this is resignation, resign right here. This is a resignation. It's, yeah. Because I'll show you the continuous end of it. If here, takes, and it's check, checkmate. Let's see if we got that right. So takes, takes. Ooh, that's even better. That's all your pieces working together. Okay, I'll take that as a no. This was a really good game to end on. So very, very good. Okay, I want to thank you guys all for logging on. You know what? Great work. We are we've really gone up. We're now, I believe. Let's see, what are we in tactics? 62, 200, 22, 62. That is excellent. Great job. Thank you for all the help. It's like couldn't have done it without you. And that's the whole thing. That's why, you know what? You have to do what Bruce Lee said. You take what you know and like your knowledge, knowing, and then you have to take that, not hold it to yourself, but apply it. Share with others. You have to take your will and then do something with it. Otherwise, it's just a will. And you have to go beyond where you are at this moment, the plateau, and keep pushing and striving for greatness through the Lord. You know, there's been many great generals of old. General Jackson. You know, there was Andrew Jackson, and a lot of great generals that we've had. And they all had one thing in common. They understood who was their creator, and they understood that if they didn't apply their knowledge, that they would not be able to help build a great nation. And we have to always think about that the Lord's given us an ability in chess that we own 32 squares of the board at the beginning, and our goal is to win, checkmate. So every piece that you're playing on the board is your soldiers. You're the king, and so you should show yourself to be approved, and always be ready in season and out of season. And let me see, I'm trying to think of I always think of Joshua. Joshua was he was like 90, I think, one or so when he entered in and started fighting. So I gotta tell you, that's a lot of dedication right there. And he didn't give in. He knew that what the Lord told him to do, he did. And that's how we should do it. We should use our gifts that we have for the Lord. And what we noticed from Gadakamsky's games was how he set up. That's one thing that armies do, even in the now in real life here, not on just on chessboard. They have to set up their forces properly. We have to set up our patterns. How you do that is you use Jeremy Silman's imbalance principle. If you kind of forget maybe an opening, but you know the imbalance, and let's say your opponent traded a bishop off for a knight, and you now have the two bishops, you already know what your plan's going to be. Your long-term plan is going to be to castle your king and then open up the center, because bishops are like stars. They're like the superheroes in the comic books of, like, Superman and all those guys. When they have open territory to go back, and like they're sniping like this, when they have that, they're like the ultimate warrior. So if you have two bishops, from Jeremy Silman's imbalance, you open the center. If he trades a bishop or a bishop for, or a knight for a bishop, a knight for one of your bishops, and he does that twice, and so now he's got the two bishops, your opponent does, and you have two knights. Of course, the imbalance is a closed position is what knights want, and they want to have outposts. They want to have spots that they can implant themselves forever in and be a nuisance. Jeremy Silman calls them octopuses. I call them weeds in a garden, because once a weed gets started, it's really, really hard to get rid of. So it's kind of like the weed in the garden of the enemy kings. But we have to remember that we have to sharpen our swords, and that's what we got to do. And today is a blessing from the Lord, because remember we had a rocky yesterday, and we dug in our mine and we hit a wall and diamonds came out. So we got to treasure this. It's the valley and the hill times. And that's you got some little bit of knowledge from your friend Chess Cruncher here. And we'll leave you with always this: we hang up our coat, we hang up our hat, we sit down and study when most won't. We do. And that makes all the difference, my friends. It truly does. As Wesley So says, through the Lord Jesus, and as I say, God bless. I'll see you guys next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, and evening. And Lord willing, I'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll try to get to that 2300 mark. We're doing good. We got a 26. I think it was an 18 level puzzle. Great job. Go Team Chess Cruncher. Hoorah. Be blessed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.